What's up, everybody? It's Lawsuit Jerry. I'm back, guys. I had to get up and make this video, man. I mean, laying down for a minute, watching TV, trying to relax a little bit, but a lot of stuff just kept on coming to my mind, and I want to get some of the stuff off my brains. I feel, a lot of people feel better when you get a lot of stuff off your brains anyway. So, me, that's the way I am. For the past few weeks, uh, everything been going well, what I'm saying, with going to the car shows, you know, hanging out or whatever it is, as far as the car breaking down on me and stuff like that, but I'm able to still drive it, but, it's going to get fixed tomorrow. So when I get up tomorrow, it's going in the shop, getting knocked out. Some people want to take the car, fix it, put the part on there, just that one little small part. For parts and labor, well, just for labor, was like $400 at one place. That's a place out here that say bring your own part, and they'll put it on for you. That was for like $400. Then I called one of my friends up. Owns his own place called A&D Auto Parts. You know what I'm saying? Where he fix on cars too. He was charging me $250 just to put it on. So when I went to AutoZone to look up for the pulley, tool to take it out and put it back in and stuff like that, they want you to rent it for $250. I'm like, no, that ain't happening, because the guy I talked to over the phone told me, he said $30 to rent it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say nothing about no $250. So when I got down there yesterday and bought the part, they were trying to tell me that the rent it for like $250. I'm like, no, that's not gonna happen. I'm not going out like that with that price. So I'm gonna tell you guys, if I had that tool, I'd be able to do my own. So when I was out there in Arizona, and I had replaced the two front ones on the car, if I can hit the highway, you know what I'm saying? Because I was hearing a little noise in the front end, so I ended up replacing both of them. So I rent that part for like $25 just for that whole day. And I ended up putting that whole part on there by myself, So out here it's different, but anyway, what I'm trying to say, guys, is that, most time I'm going to put it in another route. Even though I don't have a family that I can really run to for anything out here, you know what I'm saying? I got one uncle that's out here, you know what I'm saying? But when I did ask him, for the little cash and stuff like that, no, he was short, and stuff like that, but I was like, all right, I'm cool with it, I can wait, but most of my money went towards with my daughters, to get back on the plane and stuff like that, and send them money, where they can have to spend for themselves for the weekend or whatever, because you gotta realize, kids don't really have anything when they're in college, you know what I'm saying? So I end up cashing out money to them, to keep them going. But I was more like thinking about them without trying to take care of my business here. So when I got paid through my first paycheck through my job, that was kind of a little short thing, you know what I'm saying? So that was the first beginning work going back. So it wasn't that much cash anyway, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, this check here is going to be all right, you know what I'm saying? I can do a lot of stuff, I can take care of a lot of stuff on my end, and do it that way. There's a big old fly out here flying around like crazy, but like I said, with the second check is cool, but my brother did help me out, you know what I'm saying? So, anytime my brother helped me out, I give it back to him with no problem at all, no questions asked, when it comes down to that anyway, but it's certain times you don't want to ask nobody for nothing, really, at all. That's me, I don't like asking nobody for nothing when it comes down to that, but we talked on the phone for a little bit yesterday, he was like, I got you, lawsuit, I got you, you know what I'm saying? I'm okay, I'm good, but it was like, nah, I gotta get you back on the road, lawsuit. I'm like, okay, fine, you know what I'm saying? But he helped me out, and I give him his money back. I ain't got no problem doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because, a person that helps you out, it's good that they do help you out. You know what I'm saying? But I shouldn't have to need that help at all. But it was my fault when I put out too much money towards the girls. But I did that because out of love. But I make sure my car note is paid for and my insurance is paid for. You know what I'm saying? If those two things is paid right ahead, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel comfortable driving my car without no insurance. So that's why I gotta have insurance on it. And the thing is my full coverage. My full coverage is good. It's $160 a month just for full coverage. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather do it that way just in case something happened on the highway or something like that. I got a good towing thing going on, you know what I'm saying? I got to worry about everything else when it come down to that, But I hope it don't come down to that anyway. But car note, insurance, gas and stuff like that, rent, grocery and stuff like that, then I'm good, If I'm broke, I'm broke. But as long as I got everything paid, I'm good, But when your buddies decide to give you a little handout, stuff like that, it's all good. I love it, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, That way I can go ahead and put him on the next bill when I get paid again. He got it right there, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't got no problem with it, And that's the way it's always gonna be, Many people already know. I used to get to the point in asking him for money back then, you know what I'm saying, because I didn't have it, And at the time, it's a lot of money just going out, And a lot of times I did ask, and most time he did give, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you like this: he's not a stingy person at all, It's just that a lot of stuff that you don't want to share with someone when you ask them for money and what you're going to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of embarrassed for me to do something like that. That's why I never ask at all, But I never been late on my car note, nothing like that, or my insurance and stuff like that. But it's just that, when you need a little extra money for gas or whatever, to make it through the next pay period or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? So I do it that way too, but my thing is that when you got somebody that's doing a lot of stuff like that for you guys, you got to appreciate them, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate my homeboy for that, and, it just brings tears to your eyes, all the time, but I try not ask for anything for nobody, just like I always told him, I can do his cars for him for free. It don't make no difference to me, you know what I'm saying? I just like doing cars, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, with that CTS, that black car, man, if I can find one of those to trade my truck in for one of those, I would do it, you know what I'm saying? Because that CTS, that's one of my favorite cars in the whole wide world, is having that in my hand. To be black on chrome, that set it off, man. It set it off. And, man, I always loved Cadillacs. My second car was a Cadillac Brougham. And that was the 85 I had, and I had some true spokes on it with some gold bows and stuff on it, you know what I'm saying, with the white walls. And at that time, Los Jerry was out there doing this thing, slinging dope, whatever y'all call it, but I was slinging not dope, but weed, So I was out there doing a lot of that, and how I end up with like 2 Cadillacs at once, you know, but I always had money in my pocket, you know. But I growed up, you know, I got out of the business, you know, and end up continuing doing my full-time job, you know. But that's one thing good about it. But it's done and over with, you know, and, you know, everybody's not perfect, you know. When they coming up in a young age and stuff like that, when you get older, you know, everything's kind of slow down and dies down and stuff like that, so you ain't got to worry about it. But, you know, always been a good man, you know what I'm saying? Always been a good person. Never been arrested for anything at all. Never seen a part of a jailhouse. You know, I worked for the prisons, you know, but never been set inside nobody's cell. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't me. So I always keep myself going and clean and clear and focus on everything I do. But as far as by getting the car done, like I said, the car will get done tomorrow as soon as I get off of work. But everybody else was trying to get me in on Wednesday, and I'm like, that's too dang long. I can't wait that long, you know what I'm saying? So I need to get my car up and going and keep on going, you know what I'm saying, and do what I gotta do. But like I said, if I find me a CTS Cadillac at a good price, Lawsuit Jerry would be trading in his truck for that, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel more comfortable with me a Cadillac than a Lincoln truck, you know. But I gotta find me something that I'm satisfied with, something that I love, you know what I'm saying? But the Lincoln is getting me through heck and back, you know what I'm saying? So it runs good, you know what I'm saying? It rides real good, rides like a brand new truck, you know? But it rides smooth. And that's one thing I like about it. It rides really smooth. So there's nothing wrong by having a Lincoln, but Cadillac is my stage where I want to be at. But yeah, just like I told my homeboy, whenever you want that black Cadillac done, I got it. You know what I'm saying? If I can do it at your place, that's fine. If not, I can just bring it to me. You know what I'm saying? I do it up. And one thing I would do, just like I always been doing, I treat it like it was mine. And if I see a pothole, get out the car, pick it up, carry over the pothole, set it back down, get it back in and drive off. But that's how you're supposed to treat these cars out here with those type of tires and rims that's on the car. So you got to treat them with respect. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch out for stuff like that. Watch out for crazy people that's driving all around you with that type of car. You know what I'm saying? So you got to protect it, you know, and that's what I'm all about when it comes down to his cars or anybody's cars, is for me to protect it, you know what I'm saying, and keep it going right, you know what I'm saying. I ain't about to hit no potholes. I see railroad tracks, I'm going real slow. Hey, I don't care if that bad boy is smoothed out. Hey, whoever behind me got have to wait, or you can go around me, but that's what I'm for everything, guys. So I know where all the humps at. I know all the potholes at in Illinois. I ain't got to worry about it, you know what I'm saying? So I find my way to go around that crap, and I ain't got to worry about hitting on it, you know. Protect my wheels. I ain't got no dents on my wheels or my rims. I ain't got no scratch marks on my rims, nowhere. So that's how you know I'm taking care of my car the way it's supposed to be taken care of, you know. So, nope. Don't let anybody in it, but the thing is that, hey, there are two gangs want to use my truck, they can use it. Don't bother me, you know what I'm saying, because they're going to protect it, just like if I would, you know. And that's the only thing about it. But, yeah, guys, it's just been a lot of stuff on my brains and stuff like that, trying to focus, trying to get myself back together, you know. Wintertime is coming up real soon. So that means Lawsuit Jerry gonna be working 2 jobs, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna work through the wintertime too. So after I leave the full-time job, I'm gonna get another part-time, you know, and keep on going from there. Because there's some things I want to do, and I want to get it done. So for me to get it done, got to get some extra money to get it done. And that's what I got to do. No matter what it takes for me to get it done, I'm going to get it done. Because my plan was to go down to Vegas and, you know, enjoy myself out there during New Year's and stuff like that. That's what I want to do. And I want to get out there and do that with my twin daughters, you know. I want to get out there in Vegas and celebrate New Year's out there. And then come back home, you know what I'm saying? So that's my dream. And that's what I'm going to do. I don't care what it takes, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done with those two because, hey, got to live life some kind of way. But you know what, guys? I've been sitting back watching a lot of videos and stuff like that on YouTube and stuff like that, you know. Cat, I've been watching. I watched Royalty, new video, man. I appreciate that, you know. She's coming back with these videos, you know what I'm saying? So I respond back to her on that, you know. And CJ is coming back out, you know what I'm saying? So CJ is doing his thing again. It's okay to take a little break here and there, you know what I'm saying? Because like he said, you know, he was sick and a lot of stuff he had to get done. So sometimes I go back and watch some of the old videos. It don't bother me, you know what I'm saying? So I go back when we first made a video together. You know, the first time we made a video together, we was at his house. And man, that was nice, man. That was something else, man. I can remember everything in my brain, what went on, you know what I'm saying? So, and CJ wasn't big on YouTube at all yet, you know. But I mean, it was just, it felt good, you know, when he first got me started, you know. And he come out, you know, we talked about the old job and stuff, about me suing the job and stuff like that. And he was like, that's what we're going to call you. We're going to call you Lawsuit Jerry. I'm like, man, what for? He was like, I'm like, no, I don't want that. I don't want that. He was like, no, we're going to name you Lawsuit Jerry. And while we was doing that, you know, he was putting everything on YouTube, typing it all in. So he was doing my whole page while I was at the house. So I didn't know what was really going on, you know what I'm saying? I thought he was just fooling around, you know, whatever. But he was putting YouTube channel together for me on his laptop. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up making my page for me. But like I said, you know, if he was making me grind more when I started my YouTube channel. He'll call me up every single day. Jerry, go live, do a video, go live. Every single day. Sometimes he'll pop up by the house. You know, he'll come on by the house a couple times. Light up your video. Let's do a video together. Man, it just kept going and going and going. And at that time, I had my camera, and I was just doing videos. And he had, he came over in a Corvette. He had a Corvette. He had just got the first Corvette he had bought. I think it was white. He had just got it. And he come by the house with it, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, you know, he'll come by through there with his Chevy Camaro with the black top. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have to call, you know what I'm saying? He didn't call me at all. He was just popping up. You know how that say so go. You know, you got to call before you pop up. But he didn't have to call when he popped up because he know why I was at the house and stuff like that with the family and stuff like that. So he'll pop up, you know, we'll sit in the back of the garage and stuff and do videos back there and stuff and everything else. You know, we had fun coming out, you know, when we first came out with YouTube, you know, because he started off first, you know. Then he got me going, and then after that, CJ started doing a lot of stuff for me out there, guys. He started doing a lot of meet and greet, you know what I'm saying? Just for Lawsuit Jerry. So he done all of that, meet and greet. We met up at the racetrack, you know, where they race go-karts and stuff like that. I'm going to name all the stuff that he did. Go-kart riding, it was. After that, he had Justine World and her daughter to come out. We all went bowling with Rail to Rail, Stunner Reeds, Catfish Corner, you know what I'm saying? Catfish Corner was there at all times. So they was bringing me up on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? After that stuff happened, then after that, CJ decided to say, hey, Jerry, we're going to go somewhere for a minute. I'm like, all right, cool. At that time, CJ wasn't driving all crazy and fast in these cars. You know, he was driving nice and calm and smooth. You know what I'm saying? Get on the highway and do a 60 or 65 miles per hour, and that was it. And also, Jerry was feeling good about that. You know what I'm saying? But we got to this one place where they sell clothes at, okay? So we went in there, CJ was talking to the guys and stuff like that, introduced Lawsuit Jerry to the guys and stuff like that. And the guys gave CJ on 32 a deal for Lawsuit Jerry, and CJ ended up buying like what? I think he bought like 6 outfits for Lawsuit Jerry. Then he bought 3 pairs of shoes for him. I ended up picking out the black boots because I love those black heels boots. They were some nice boots. And then, after he bought the suit, all the 6 outfits he bought me, I was like, man, you ain't got to do all this. And he was like, no, you got to look good on the camera, Lawsuit Jerry. You got to do everything. So, hey, don't worry about it, Lawsuit. I got you, man. I'm like, cool. So we did the shopping up there and stuff like that, and then I was pretty much hanging around with him pretty much all the time, detailing all his cars for him, you know what I'm saying? And he only had like, what, 3 cars, because he had the Dodge, yep, and the Chevy Camaro, then he had the Corvette. So I just started detailing his cars, But you know how he want to pay you for it, And I'm like, no, I don't need to get paid for it, man, because you did so much for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you don't owe me anything. I'm here just because I want to be here, and I don't mind putting my hands on your cars and clean them up and stuff like that. And that's how true it came out to be at that point with that, you know what I'm saying? Then he started getting more cars, but I started doing his cars at his house. You know what I'm saying? The ones that he had at his house, I ended up doing those cars. Those were Lamborghinis and the McLarens. So I did those, you know what I'm saying? And did the pickup truck once before over there, stuff like that, And then after that, he started giving the cars to Jessica. That's cool, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with Jessica. Jessica is a real good, true friend and stuff like that. And when she does his cars, it don't bother me at all. It don't bother me because if his cars is at the warehouse right there, they're closer right there to the car wash. So I can't be, no, let Jessica handle that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But when he get everything settled back at the new house and stuff like that, wherever cars he got over there, then I do his cars that's at the house, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't got to be trying to have him drive the car over there to Jessica and do them, you know what I'm saying? The ones that he got in his house, those are the ones I want to stick with, you know what I'm saying? I just want to keep my hands on those, you know what I'm saying? I ain't cleaning that McLaren's truck in a while, and I would love to get my hands back on it, you know what I'm saying? And the one that he got down, the new one, man, that matte black with that carbon fiber all over it, that's the one I want to put my hands on, you know what I'm saying? But you can't put no gloss, I don't think you can put no glossy shine on this bad boy. I don't know. I have to get with him with that, but, just like I said, back to what I'm saying. Got to meet everybody, you know what I'm saying, with Stunner Reach, First time meeting Stunner Reach, I drove Stunner Reach Hellcat, the yellow one and stuff like that. And he was on the passenger side and stuff. And I was a little afraid of when I was hitting the gas pedal for a minute, you know what I'm saying? But it was okay. I loved it. And I always drove CJ's cars too, Drove the Chevy Camaro, the red one with the black top. I drove the Corvette a little bit. I drove CTS when he first got the CTS black Cadillac when he first bought one. I drove that, you know what I'm saying? The ones that he got in the garage right now, I haven't really drove those yet, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good, But the thing is, my favorite, just like I said, that favorite that I really love so much is that CTS. The one with the chrome rims on it. And I'm hoping that CJ don't get rid of that car, man, because that is one nice, bad car. You know what I'm saying? So if I was him, I'd hang on to that one long as he can. But like that B truck, that's a big boy. You can imagine how much gas you got to put in that. Insurance prices. Yeah. You might as well get rid of it unless somebody else trying to take care of that, but that's very expensive there. So that's something that's out of my budget. You know what I'm saying? But that CTS is in my budget. I can handle that, you know what I'm saying? But everything else, nah. But like I said, you know, we went to a lot of different places together, you know, with everybody and stuff like that. We met up with a lot of people and stuff like that. A lot of people started coming to my channel and stuff like that, talking to me and stuff like that. Some girl decided to get on my YouTube channel, and she ended up paying my car note for me, a big lump of my car note. I I forget what was her name was, but you know, I was telling CJ about it. He was like, "Well, that's what she want to do. Let her do it," you know. And so she did. So I gave the information where the bank was at, you know, and she paid half of my car note for me, and that was something good. That's something I never told anybody, you know what I'm saying? But she ended up taking care of that, and she was a truck driver too, you know. She was all over the place with that truck driving and stuff like that. But you know, I never got a chance to meet her, you know, stuff like that. But I had a chance to talk to her over the phone and stuff like that. But you know, a lot of people did a lot of stuff for Loso Jerry, you know what I'm saying? And one of my subscribers decided to buy me a camera, bought me a camera too, you know what I'm saying? It was a camera, and they bought me a watch, you know what I'm saying? So that worked out good too, you know what I'm saying? So they had everything mailed to me, you know. So I trust them with my mail address and stuff like that, so they mailed everything to me with no problem. You know, and then I started getting people doing my merch and stuff like that. Out here in Illinois, I had Flyby G Money help me out with some merch and stuff like that, you know. I had people at my jobs helping me out with some merch until I hooked up with CJ one day, and I'm like, I'm trying to get some merch made, you know what I'm saying? And just like he told me, it's going to cost you some money to get it started. And sure enough, it was. So I think I had to pay somewhere like $700 to get it going. So got it going with the $700 just to get my merch going, you know what I'm saying? So I had that merch page for like 4 months. Man, it costs. It costs. And that's when I was doing the sweats outfits and stuff like that. You know, that's the sweats outfits were going for like $180. You know what I'm saying? For $180. And I had a lot of people that bought those sweats outfits, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't that, they bought so many of them, they bought a tons of shirts. So I made a lot of money off the sweatsuits and the t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I made a lot of money off of it. It was like every month I was getting buku money. You know, I let that money sit there and just count on buku money. And that was the money that helped me out, you know, get me back and forth to Arizona, back to Illinois and stuff, back and forth, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of money sitting there by people buying my merch and stuff for gas. It was like $250 on gas just for one way. So you can imagine, you know, so, and plus, you know, I still hand out money to my daughters either way it went, you know. But CJ did help me out when I was out there in Texas, you know. He gave me some money to get a motel room, but also Jerry like, nah, man, I can't go to sleep. If I go get me a motel room and go to sleep, Jerry, we'll be hitting that highway late, man. We'll be entering Arizona at nighttime. I didn't want to go through no mountains at night, so I decided to say, you know what? I just hang on to the money, but I'm going to go ahead and drive right on up out of here. So I left Texas that night about 1 o'clock or 12 after I left his place, because we were just up and talking. I was doing some things for him and stuff like that. So I had a good time out there with him and stuff like that. But after I got on the highway, I went back, you know, went back to Phoenix. So got back to Phoenix, everything was good, you know. But that's how you know you got good people on your side that helps you out, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of good people out there that do help out with their friends or family, whatever it is out there. So, like a lot of people always say, Loso Jerry gonna get rid of his 32 game change. Man, can't do it, man. This is something that means everything to me, guys, you know. And, you know, to tell you the truth, when he did put it on my neck, guys, I want to cry then. But once I got away from him with the cameras and everything and stuff like that, you know, I had to go shed some tears, you know what I'm saying? I did just that. I'm like, Loso Jerry, you really don't deserve this. You know what I'm saying? That was stuff that was going through my mind like that, you know what I'm saying? But only thing that kept on going through my mind was like, I care about my homeboy, cuz, you know what I'm saying? I love him to death, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, friendship is everything. You know what I'm saying? Friendship is more important than diamonds and money or cars, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I felt. I was just happy to see him that day. You know what I'm saying? And to go out to a car show, get an electric truck of his, you know what I'm saying? Cruise around the net for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Or let Lawsuit Jerry shine for a minute, for a half a day, you know what I'm saying? So that felt good, you know? I didn't want nothing else, you know what I'm saying? As long as I got a chance to meet up with him again. Because Lawsuit Jerry at the time was being an ass, you know? I was being a big ass. And now I'm kind of got away from all of that, you know, but, you know, I always text him, you know. I still text him as of today and see how he doing. Just to see how I'm doing. That's it. You know, I text him in, hey, I'm just checking in, see how you doing. You ain't got text back, you know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know. You need anything, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm there. Just let me know. I'm there. So, sometimes, I think one time I did call. I know he was busy, so when you call and you don't answer, you know he's doing a video. So I let the phone ring maybe about 4 times. After that, just hang up because he could be doing a video. So never know. So that's when I end up doing a little text, you know, whatever, you know, to let him know that I'm here, you know what I'm saying, that I'm thinking about him, and, you know, it ain't just him, you know, it's him and the baby and the baby mama and stuff like that, you know, because that really got in my brains a lot with that too, you know. But, you know, babies come first. The girl come first too, man. Man, I would go crazy something happening like that to me. I would go nuts. So my mind would be everywhere. I couldn't think right, couldn't focus. No. And I think that was going on with my homeboy, you know. He couldn't focus right because a lot of stuff that was going on. And I don't blame him, you know what I'm saying? Everybody go through that same stuff, but, man, got a beautiful baby, got a beautiful girl, you know what I'm saying? So, I liked him when he did the video out there with him out there in Texas, man. That was beautiful. And I love seeing stuff like that, you know? Especially with the baby. Let baby play with the toys in the car, you know? And let her turn on the radio wherever it takes, you know? Maybe she want to start it up or something. Throw it in gear. It's okay, it's fine, you know? Baby's gonna be baby, no matter what. But like I said, guys, you know, Lawsuit Jerry don't hate nobody out here. I love every last one of you guys. I really do. Especially my little royalty out there, man. That royalty, boy. Woo. Man, royalty is a very special lady, you know, very special lady. And I like what she's doing on her YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? Then you got Tay Tay, you know, and Queen Tay. I finally saw her again after, 2 years or whatever. But it's all great and beautiful, you know? Because I got plenty of hugs out of Queen Tay. I had to hug her for a long time, guys, because when you don't see a 32 game for a long time, guys, hey, you got to hug them, you know what I'm saying? Same way with Boots, you know? That's family right there, you know what I'm saying? You got Marty Mar, you know, Omar, but I don't know who's still all 32 game, man. I don't want to mess out too many names, but it'd be nice to see Stunner, you know what I'm saying, and Rail to Rail, you know, and man, it'd be nice to see all of them all together again, man. It would be nice, one big family, you know, and that's what it's all about, you know. And I am part of 32 game family, you know. And that's one reason why I want to get my car fixed so I can get to the car show. I got to get to this car show, guys. I got to get up there. So, I'm going to have to get up there some kind of way and enjoy myself some kind of way, guys, at this car show. This is supposed to be one of the biggest car shows, they said. So, I would love to be up there to do some videos without getting copyrighted. You know what I'm saying? And get out there and keep it going, you know. But, I made some good money on my videos, you know what I'm saying? I made some good money off of it. So, I'm happy with it, you know. Proud of myself, you know. Just got to find a way to keep on grinding, keep on going, keep on pushing. If I had a brain like CJ or anybody else out there, I'd be good to go, man. But I don't have no jealousy of these guys, man. I'm trying to figure out what the heck they doing to keep themselves going like this, man. What I gotta do to get there, you know what I'm saying? So I just gotta find good content, get out there and find good videos and keep on going, you know? And that's the one thing I need to do. Besides videotaping dealerships or anything else, you know what I'm saying? I need to be the spy lawsuit jury or something. But to get my videos back up where I want to get them up at, you know? But I love to be at 20,000 subscribers, you know what I'm saying? I love it. And it's still moving up, you know? I love the numbers. They still going up. But, yep, one day I will light my camera up on CJ on 32 because most time they'd be like, why can't you ain't videotaping, man? I ain't got time to videotape you, man. They see you enough on your channel, you know? You're like, boy, you need to just start videotaping, man. All right, then fine. I'll pull up on you, you know? But I hate videotaping on my phone so much, you know? I got my camera, but I'm for like plugging into the laptop, but no, it is what it is, but yeah, when I go to the big car show, I would be taking my camera with me and plus my phone too, so I can videotape off of either one. So I do it off the camera first before I use my phone, you know, either way. But yeah, I would be up there at the car show just for that day, and then I'll be driving back in by myself. So if my cousin want to ride up with me, you know what I'm saying, it'd be cool for him to ride out with me and come on back because I get tired of driving by myself, man. Gotta have somebody there with me and get up there and do our thing, you know. But like I said, you know, you guys are wonderful, guys. Very wonderful out there. You know, much love goes out to everybody that's out there on YouTube land, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to keep our heads up, you know what I'm saying? Going to keep on doing what we got to do. I'm going to continue working every single day, you know, because that's what tires me out. Going to work every day and stuff like that. Getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, get off at 1:30. Then I'm good, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, it is. It's a good job for me. I love my job, you know. And I like getting up to it, you know what I'm saying? Getting up for it, you know, and, man, get out there and do my thing. So I love it. So I need you guys to be careful out there, you know what I'm saying? And find a way to say you care about that person out there that's doing something good on YouTube, that's doing their own videos. Find a way to get out there and tell them that, you know what I'm saying? That you do care. You don't care that what's count. Tell them you care. And I care about all of them that does YouTube out there. I don't care if you bad or you just being stupid or just want to act crazy or dumb. Hey, I care. I care about all you guys. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got time to watch them crazy videos. I ignore it. I just stroll past by it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to watch it. But there's a way we can find a way to continue caring about everybody, supporting everybody. You know what I'm saying? YouTube will be a better place if everybody just get together and just do good videos on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Good videos on YouTube about anybody or yourself or whatever. YouTube will be a good place to watch YouTube on. I think AT&T will go out of business. You know what I'm saying? By everybody watching everything on YouTube. So it will work out just fine. But I don't know how long it's going to take before we get there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to find a way to get there before anybody else. So, just like I said, Lawsuit Jerry, 32 Gang, 58 Gang, say, hey, don't forget to hit that notification bell out there. You know what I'm saying? And then the little thing, the little bell sitting on the side, hit that bad boy for me. Don't forget to like the video. Nice comment if you can. You know what I'm saying? And 100%, 1,000%. I appreciate every last one of y'all, you guys out there doing your thing. You know, keep it up. But my royalty, you continue doing your videos. I love what I saw on your channel. And I will be watching that video again. You know what I'm saying? I will be watching it again because I do watch video twice. So CJ on 32 drop one, I will be watching his again. Even Real to Real, I'll be watching his again. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got something going on out there watching them. But somebody else picking up that person's video and rewriting it and stuff like that, I ain't got time to watch it. No, I don't watch it right here. Well, I look like going over here and watching it. I ain't got time for that. So I'm going to watch it where I see it at. You know what I'm saying? Whoever made that video, I'm going to watch that video. And I'm doing like that. And don't forget about my homeboy capping on TV. My homeboy, you know what I'm saying? Him and Tata, that's her name, Tata, I think it is. If I get it wrong, I'm sorry, but she's doing her thing on YouTube also. And she's doing live streams, you know what I'm saying? So they're doing big things out there. So don't forget, guys, get over there and watch their channels, you know what I'm saying? Watch their live streams, watch their videos, you know what I'm saying? Good, wonderful people that's out there on YouTube that's doing great, beautiful things on YouTube. And those are people that I would love to watch and continue watching. You know what I'm saying? I got them on lock. Every time something drop, ding, ding, ding. Soon CJ dropped his, ding, ding, ding. After that, Royalty dropped his, ding, ding, ding. There we go. So I'm watching. I'm watching on my laptop and I'm watching on my phone. So I'm watching 2 videos at one time. It's crazy though. But it's beautiful the way I see it. But anyway, guys, if y'all new to my channel, y'all can go over there and subscribe to CJ on 32 channel, Royalty channel, Captain TV, Tay channel. You know what I'm saying? Catfish Corner. Don't forget about Marty Mark. Don't forget about Rail to Rail, Stunner Reese. Anybody else that's out there doing videos, I know I'm forgetting somebody else. Can't even think of his name right now. God dang. But anyway, there's a lot of 32 gang that's out there, guys. All you gotta do is put in there 32 gang and their videos, everybody's videos will pop up. But then again, don't forget to hit that notification bell for Lost with Jerry. Guys, I will see y'all next time, next video. It's time for me to get inside and lay down. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace, we out.